Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Harania Zahra from class 4F. Here I wanna explain the technique that I use to translate the informative and expressive text. Okay, first I will discuss the informative text with the title Darurat Bullying Anak, Kasus Berulang, Pencegahan yang Tertinggal. Okay, this article discusses the increasing cases of bullying in Indonesia and the lack of effective prevention efforts to translate this text. I first produced a literal translation and then rephrase it into a more natural version. Okay, several translation techniques were used. The first is modulation. One example can be found in the title. The press Darurat Bullying Anak was translated as bullying crisis among children. I choose the word crisis instead of emergency because it sounds more natural in English journalistic writing and better reflects the seriousness of the issue. And another example is the press layaknya lingkaran. Instead of translating it literally as like a circle, I translated it as a vicious cycle. This translation sounds more natural and clearly expresses the idea that bullying cases continue to repeat without a solution. Okay, the next technique is adaptation. For example, the phrase menjaga nama baik menjaga nama baik institusi was translated as protect the institution. Reputation. A literal translation would sound unnatural in English. I adapted the expression to make it more acceptable for English readers. And another example is pencegahan tertinggal, which became inadequate prevention. This translation better communicates the idea that prevention efforts are still insufficient. And next is establish equivalent technique. The example is penyandang disabilitas was translated as person with disabilities. This is a widely accepted and respectful term in English. And another example is sekolah dasar, which was translated as elementary school. And the last technique that I use in this text is literal translation for factual information. And the example is kasus perundungan di lingkungan sekolah dan tempat tinggal tidak kunjung usai became cases of bullying in school environments and residential areas never seem to end. In this case, the meaning could be transferred directly without changing the structure significantly. Then, conclusion of informative text. In conclusion, the informative text mainly use literal translation because it contains factual information. However, a modulation and adaptation were necessary to make the translation sounds more natural and fluent in English. And the last is expressive text. Okay, next I will discuss the expressive text with the title Ekspektasi versus Realita Menjadi Mahasiswa Baru di Era Digital. This text describes the writer's personal experiences and feelings as a new university student because the text contains emotions and reflections. More adjustments were needed to produce a natural translation. Okay, the first technique I use in this text is modulation. Ada one example is the phrase rasanya seperti sedang berada di puncak dunia, which was translated as I was overjoyed. Instead of translating the expression literally, I focus on conveying the feeling behind the expression. And then another example is tugas datang silih berganti, which became assignment keep piling up. This translation sounds more natural while maintaining the original meaning. And next is adaptation, which also used. For example, masa putih abu-abu was translated as high school. Since the Indonesia expression may not be understood by English readers, I adapted it to a culturally equivalent term. And another example is melek technology. Instead of translating it literally, I translated it as comfortable with technology and able to use it effectively. This helped English readers understand the intent meaning clearly. And next is establish equivalent technique. Establish equivalent was used for terms that already have standard translation, and the example is era digital became digital age, and mahasiswa became university student. Okay, and the last technique is literal translation. Some sentence could be still translated by directly. For example, dunia kuliah bukan surga, tapi juga bukan neraka. Became university is neither heaven nor hell. The meaning remains clear and natural even with a direct translation. And the conclusion of expressive text. In conclusion, modulation was used more frequently in the expressive text because the writer's emotion and personal experiences needed to be conveyed naturally in English. And adapted and established equivalent were also important in making the translation understandable for English readers. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Oh no, before it, I will conclude. Translating a text involves more than changing words from one language to another. A translator must also consider meaning, context, readability, and cultural differences. Through the use of techniques such as literal translation, modulation, adaptation, and established equivalent, the translation can remain accurate while sounding natural in the target language. Okay, maybe that's all from me. I apologize if you find any mistake from my words. And last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.